Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to thank you for joining us for the 2010 Candidates Forum. My name is Michelle Alonzo. I'm the President and CEO for the Rancho Cucamonga Chamber of Commerce. This forum, thank you. This forum is being sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce and Southern California Edison. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to the Chairman of the Board for the Chamber of Commerce, Brian Whitey.
Thank you, Michelle. Good evening, Rancho Cucamonga, and welcome to the Chamber of Commerce's 2010 Candidates Forum. The mission of the Chamber is to promote a business-friendly environment to enhance the quality of life and economy of Rancho Cucamonga. This is the reason the Chamber's Board of Directors set the policy of sponsoring a Candidates Forum on election years so that the attendees and the viewing audience can hear the candidates' answers pertinent to the economy and quality of life in Rancho Cucamonga. By listening to their answers, you can judge who will be the best candidate to serve as County Supervisor, Mayor of the City of Rancho Cucamonga, City Council, and Cucamonga Valley Water District Board. It gives me great pleasure to introduce the moderator of this evening's forum, Christian Nelson, Regional Manager of Local Public Affairs for Southern California Edison.
I'd like to welcome you to the Rancho Cucamonga Chamber of Commerce Candidates Forum for the Mayor of Rancho Cucamonga. The format for this forum will be as follows. First will be 90-second candidate introductions of personal background prior to questions and answers.
I would like to thank the Chamber of Commerce for inviting us tonight. My name is Dennis Michael, and I'm your Mayor Pro Tem. While other local governments are suffering, I am proud to say that Rancho Cucamonga has the high credit ratings, healthy and reserves, and a balanced yearly budget, all without raising any of your taxes. My top priority is your safety and keeping the city in good financial health, so we will be able to maintain public safety, service levels, create local jobs, and provide valuable services to all of our citizens. When I was appointed fire chief in 1984, the city was rapidly growing and we needed to keep up with new demands. We added new fire stations, we added paramedic services, we added rescue, wildland, as well as hazardous material response teams, all without creating any increased tax dollars. In 2003, the Grand Prix fire struck and we were prepared. I'm happy and to say that I apply that same being prepared principle to my position as Mayor Pro Tem. During my time on the City Council, we have made prudent decisions that prepared us for the tough economic times we now face. As Mayor, I will continue to create the conditions that bring new businesses and provide good paying jobs for our city. I have spent most of my life serving the citizens of Rancho Cucamonga. I was born and raised in this city. My family still resides in this city. And I'd be honored to continue that service as your next mayor. And I'm proud to have my dear wife, Dr. Regina Holt, in the audience with me this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Hanlon.
Good evening. My name is Bill Hanlon, and I'm the X Factor. You've seen flyers. I've lived here for only 26 years, and unfortunately my wife can't be here. She's been in bed with cancer for the last year. We work real hard here in Rancho. We work to make it a better community. I've been watching the community and looking at what's happening. We're not going the direction we should go. We need to change that direction. It is not one of those cliche, let's make a change. It is the reality. We can continue with the good old boys club, or we can go forward and make some positive forward changes that will affect us in a very positive way. We need new leadership going forward. We cannot continue the way we are. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Marc Steinorth. I'm running for mayor. I'd like to thank the Chamber for having this event. I'd like to thank my wife and my daughter for being here to support me, and some other people that have responded to some of the different advertisements that I've put out there. I really appreciate your support in coming out here. Thank you. I've been asked this question many times since I decided to run for mayor. Why would you, a successful business person, Why would you go ahead and put yourself out there? Why would you say, I'm going to risk my name, risk my personal fortune, to be able to go out there and run for mayor of a city that obviously is already taken care of? The city already has the city family. It has the special interests that have decided who's going to be the next king. Well, I'll tell you what, I live here too. I have a business here. I have a family here. I plan on staying here. I plan on being here for the next 40 years, and I plan on retiring here. And I don't like what I'm seeing in the future. I am concerned. I'm concerned that special interests have driven the cost of doing business in the city way too high. I own a small advertising agency, so I am that person out there that we keep talking about and we've just heard about, and I'm here to represent those voices and to make it clear that we're here to make a change. I ask for your support. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Michael, the first question. This is number 6 in what was given to you. As the leader of the city, knowing you would head into an office that has less budget due to state taking funds, how do you propose to balance the budget and generate revenue at the local level?
I have been a proponent for many years to have our city living within its means, meaning that we only take in so much revenue and the expenses that we have need to balance the revenue that we have. We have done that for year after year after year. I believe that supporting public-private partnerships are critically important. The paramedic service that you currently receive today occurred with a private-public partnership with the ambulance company. The air ambulance that you see today in our city that just had to move out recently was through a private-public partnership. We have public-private partnerships and all over our city. We use those to be effective. We use them to generate revenue at the local level without increasing taxes. And I can tell you, I am a big proponent of looking elsewhere and not depending on government to provide everybody's services, but to look at the private sector, to look at our nonprofits, to look at every other sector of our community to see what we can do to do the better job than what we have done without increasing taxes and provide higher levels of service. Thank you.
Mr. Hanlon, this is question number 7. What specific attributes do you bring to the office of mayor as opposed to your opponents?
Thank you. I was looking forward to this question. I've always been hired in the past as the guy who can get the job done. I don't walk into a company. I've been a consultant to many companies, Amgen, Bergen-Brunswick, giant companies making a lot of money. They need to get the job done. And when they want to get the job done, they call on somebody who can do it. I walk in, I get the job done. I make the changes that have to be made, fiscal, whatever it is, and I let people know that I'm coming. What we need here is somebody to walk in the office of the mayor and say, I'm coming. And that's what you're going to get with me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Steinorth. This is question number 2. As the mayor, would you support the current contract for law enforcement services in the city?
This is an easy one. Absolutely. I think that the Sheriff's Department is doing a fantastic job. I wholly support the Sheriff's Department. I think that it's a great value. When we look at it compared to some of our other different services, contracting out, when we need a helicopter, we get a helicopter. When we need all of the different types of aspects to it, I just have to say right now, since I have the forum, I want to thank all of the men and women that work with the Sheriff's Department for their loyalty, for their hardship, for their work, and also for the STARS program, the volunteers that are out there that work every day to help keep our city safe. Because you understand, the reason that we're here and able to talk today about what's necessary, the fact that we can bring businesses to this community, is because we have a safe community. We have a very safe, affordable, I mean, it's a place where people will want to bring their businesses, and the Sheriff's Department is one of those reasons. And I thank you very much.
And before we depart, I would actually ask Michelle Alonso to come forward and with her chamber staff who have worked very hard to put on this event, deserve a round of applause. Thank you very much. And this concludes the Rancho Cucamonga Chamber of Commerce's Candidates Forum, sponsored by Edison.